Us on Monday. And our interview is presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. If you think I'm a little nervous, then yeah, you're right, because I've got the boss in front of me. But today he represents the Homer City Area Athletic Boosters. Mark Bertig is joining us here to talk about the upcoming Junior Legion tournament, which is this weekend at First Commonwealth Field in Homer City. Mark, how you doing this morning?
Good. So the boss, you don't want me singing Glory Days?
No.
Okay.
10th Avenue freeze out maybe, but
Okay.
we'll see. But this is actually pretty exciting times. First Commonwealth Field, I think, has become a great host for many Legion tournaments, the junior, the senior, at all levels of Legion baseball.
Well, we're very proud. I've been a volunteer with the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, Josh, since the 1980s, and there's a handful of us that have cared for and grown First Commonwealth Bank Field. Just yesterday, as part of a state grant, we completed one of the phases of the grant process with a new bleacher configuration. Mm-hmm. Not so much for this tournament, although fans are going to enjoy that, but we have seating from dugout to dugout now. Can't show you a picture now, but I can show you one off air. 15 rows on the near the both dugouts, seating for 520 people, and every seat has a backrest to them. Red kind of looks like a mini stadium now. Mm-hmm. So when we do host larger events like the Heritage Conference Championship game, PIAA playoff games, at times when we've been a little short on seating, certainly we should have enough now with the smaller sets, especially for PIAA games, because we have at times had close to 1,000 people on the grounds for a PIAA playoff game. So we're much better positioned to host larger events now, which is good for the local economy. We're proud of the money that brings in when we do events like that. So the contractor got done yesterday with putting all of the chairback seats on. It's been about a 2-week project as far as the demolition of the old bleachers and the installation. The tractor trailers arrived from Florida a couple of weeks ago, and the crew was from the Butler-Katanning area, and they really did good work. Had to fight some rainstorms along the way.
But that's impressed me. That's a quick turnaround for a project like that.
Yeah. You'll be impressed when you see it in person, or you see some photos. Maybe I'll send you a photo. You can even post it on Facebook.
We'll see what we can do with that. So the big thing with this tournament, this is the Junior Legion Regionals. Mm-hmm. And this is a brand new format for the Junior Legion level, right?
It certainly is. First of all, it's starting much earlier, and there's a long-term, long-range vision that kind of goes in line with what's been done with Senior American Legion baseball for decades. Senior Legion actually funnels to the Senior Legion World Series, which is carried on ESPN. So Junior Legion, they're trying to Pennsylvania Junior Legion was kind of separate with the way other states operated, but now they're trying to coordinate everything on a national level, and they have added what's known as the Mason-Dixon Mid-Atlantic Tournament, so the Pennsylvania state champion will have the opportunity to play in the Mason-Dixon Tournament with some other state champions, and eventually they hope to have that funnel to a Junior Legion World Series, much like Senior Legion. So that's long term. But to answer your question, it's a different format, two-pronged. It's much earlier. Normally we wouldn't have the regionals until, say, July 20th, July 22nd. Uh-huh. And instead of an 8-team format with a Western regional and 2 8-team Eastern regionals, they've developed 7 regionals across the state that are 4-team tournaments. So a little less work for us as far as hosting. It'll start tomorrow at 1:30 with 3 games. We'll give you that schedule in a moment. And then could conclude as early as Monday if everything goes well. So the 7 regional winners across the state will then go to Berwick. That tournament will be held July 19th through the 23rd. So that'll be a traditional 8-team double elimination, Berwick being the host team.
They get the automatic bid.
Yep, and then the 7 regional winners. So, the concept is good. I think there's some tweaks that need to be made from what I've heard from some other regions. We at the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, we are just the host organization, so to speak, although I've been involved with American Legion Baseball for many, many years, formerly as a coach for about 20 years.
Mm-hmm. So this is going to be exciting, and this is going to be a big economic driver, I think, because you're going to see teams coming in. They're going to be staying in the hotels around the area, I would imagine.
No, not for this tournament.
This is more local than it is than what I'm thinking.
Yes,
my mistake.
Yeah, we have actually there are 3 teams locally that have qualified. SW Jack by virtue of winning the Indiana County League championship, and then Armstrong. They were the regular season champions, so their strength of schedule and the way things worked out, we were going to get 2 teams from Indiana County regardless.
Yeah.
Normally there's a host team, but we've always kind of had the stance in Homer City. I think people look for us because of the facility we have to host these kind of events, but we never, especially with 4 teams, we didn't want to put a team that was under 500, which unfortunately the Homer City team was, and take away from a team maybe more deserving, like an Armstrong or what have you. So we don't really have a host team in this Region 7. We're happy to do it. Happy to showcase our facility. It is a fundraiser for the Boosters organization with concessions and everything that goes with hosting a tournament. Many people don't realize we do have to give money to the American Legion Department of Pennsylvania to host this. So there's expense. We have to pay for umpires as well and other things. So
visit the concession stand a lot.
Visit the concession stand, eat a hot dog. Come on down, Josh. Have one of those good Bardini's Smokehouse kielbasa grinders. They are delicious.
You got that. You know what? It's actually great to watch a little bit of baseball on a good weekend like we're about to have. Saturday looks pretty good. Partly sunny, temperatures around 90. So bring your hat, bring your shade, but also bring the money for the drinks and the food. But
last night, I just wanted to say, last night, as far as watching the game, we were looking at the bleachers and saying, boy, those they really look good, and the sight lines are terrific because they have a 1-inch rise to them. Traditional bleachers are 8 inches, so in other words, it's pretty steep going up. So we decided, let's go to the top row and check out the view. So we went to row 15, and it was really a great view looking down. So if you're coming to any of the games, sit up high. You're going to love the view.
That's what I say to go to PNC Park, too.
Third base, I always tell people, if you've never been to PNC Park, upper deck, third base side, looking across the river at the city, it's gorgeous.
To me, it's behind home plate on the third deck. But speaking of watching the games, Renda Digital TV is going to actually have coverage of some of the tournament.
All of the SW Jack Drillers games will be on Renda Digital TV. We'd like to thank the sponsors for stepping up. I want to thank SW Jack assistant coach Chad Blystone and manager Mitch Piccone for actually assisting. They were really hoping we'd be able to do their games, so we're proud to announce that we will be video streaming the SW Jack game, starting with airtime of 1:15 tomorrow from First Commonwealth Bank Field. And I want to thank, Josh, if I can, one of the great supporters of the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, one of the founding partners of the field when we redid it, American Legion Post 493. American Legions across the state or across the country are encouraged to support American Legion Baseball. So American Legion Baseball, by the way, is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year.
I did see that in some of the graphics on the news release, that this is a centennial year, so it's a great celebration of the program itself and of American and what the American Legion does.
American Legion Post 493 is the presenting sponsor of the tournament, so they, with their contribution, helps us to offset some of the costs associated with running it.
And of course, Renda Media has a great relationship with the Post because of the fact that we have the flag retirement program that's going on. Of that box over in the lobby of our station here, you said off air, it's been filled to the brim 4 times over.
And this is the biggest overflow we've had. So yours truly, the boss, I guess, has to get the van loaded up, and they go through a beautiful ceremony. I would like to. I know the last time they did it, there was rain that came, so I did not make it down. But I want to attend one of those ceremonies, maybe video it. Yes, if you have a flag that's tattered or torn and needs retired, drop it off in our 9th Street elevator lobby. There's a box clearly marked, and we thank American Legion Post 493, John Mester, and Greg Fletcher, and everybody involved down there for partnering with us on that initiative.
Having been in the Boy Scouts and having seen a few flag retirement ceremonies myself, those are very solemn but very beautiful ceremonies whenever they go through them. I got to see them over at Camp Seif Mac many years ago, but these ceremonies, it definitely pays tribute to what that flag represented, and it is being given a dignified retirement rather than seeing it just bundled up and thrown in the trash can.
No doubt, and we're happy with the response. There was a colleague in another state that told me they were doing this. I said, that's a good idea. So in case you thought it was my brilliance, it wasn't. But, an idea is only original once, I always say. But I thought, I didn't really know what to expect, Josh. But the response has been overwhelming, and I think people feel good about it. They know their flag's going to be retired in the proper way. So if especially coming off of Memorial Day and the 4th of July weekend, if you took your flag down and you're saying, maybe it's time for a new flag, we would be happy to dispose of your old one in the proper way in conjunction with American Legion Post 493 down in Homer City.
Definitely. All right, we are out of time, but I tell you what, Mark, let's go over the particulars one more time. The baseball this weekend, the American Legion Junior Legion Regional Tournament, and it starts at 1:30 is first pitch for the first game on Saturday.
SW Jack versus Young Township.
Okay, and that will be on Renda Digital TV starting at 1:15. What's game 2?
Game 2 is at 4:30 between Bushy Run, formerly known as Penn Trafford. Strong program. They've won 3 out of the last 4 regional tournaments.
Out of Westmoreland County,
yes,
right?
out of Westmoreland County, and they will meet Armstrong out of, guess what county?
Indiana, of course. Oh, Armstrong County.
Yeah,
You threw the curveball,
I
Mark.
threw you a curveball, and you bit.
All right, but anyway, then it's the losers of those 2 games to play an elimination game afterwards.
At 7:30.
All right.
And then games on Sunday at 4:30 and 7:30.
And that'll set up the championship round on Monday.
That is correct.
All right, excellent. Mark, thanks very much for coming down and doing this, and I hope you get a lot of people over there. I might try to come over there and root on the Drillers.
There you go. Root for the home team.
Yes,
root for the home team.
Thanks again, Mark.
Okay, thanks, Josh.
Mark Bertig, representing the Homer City Area Athletic Boosters and the Junior Legion Regional Tournament happening this weekend at First Commonwealth Bank Field in Homer City. Our interview, presented by Marcus & Mack, voted Best Law Firm, Best Personal Injury Lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online, marcusandmack.com. It is 8:57 on Indiana in the Morning. Coming up in